So now we're going to talk about the nutritional change, okay, and creating new habits. So when we had our physical email earlier this week, we talked about the importance of the physical activity and what you could actually do to kind of structure your time. Well, now I want you to set some some nutritional goals for yourself. That's going to require that you go back and take a look at your food logs over the last couple weeks and identify your areas for improvement. Now that might be, and only you are going to know, you or your coach or your support person are going to know what those might be. It might be that you've been skipping breakfast. Well, we've talked about that already. We know that that's not in your best interest for long-term success. Perhaps you're finding out that you snack at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the late afternoon. And when you do snack in the late afternoon, it's something salty like chips or pretzels or popcorn. Maybe you're a late night snacker and you've got to have that little sweet treat at 8 or 9 o'clock at night. Maybe the kids have gone to bed or your support person has gone to bed and it's all to yourself. So now you can have that bowl of ice cream or that piece of chocolate or whatever it is that just turns you on. But I tell you what, your food log, because you've been tracking every little bite, is going to tell you what it is. So again, now I want you to pick an area for improvement. Are you snacking at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you're craving something that's not so good, like salty chips? That's a common one. Well, maybe you can keep that snack at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but let's change the snack to something else. Remember I said last week that if you want something versus need something, you probably don't need it. So if your craving at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon can only be satisfied by something salty, guess what? If you ask yourself that question, am I really hungry? The answer is no, you're not. You're wanting something at that point. And that's an emotional need that you need to start recognizing, because it's part of this chain, and we're going to start breaking that chain just like that, okay? We recognize the area for improvement, and then we start to make the change to start putting new, better habits in place. So that 3 or 4 o'clock snack in the afternoon can now become an apple or a piece of fruit or a dish full of vegetables. How does that sound? Okay, that's one way to improve ourselves with the goals of nutrition. Now I also want you to go back, because the nutrition log is it's part of why people succeed, and it's part of why people fail. Food is probably 85% tied into the emotion, tied into the weight gain, weight loss, lifestyle problems that we're having. And again, I don't necessarily want to focus on the weight gain or loss. I want to focus on the lifestyle and what's healthy and what's not healthy. Because if we can fix those unhealthy habits, we can often fix the weight gain that often comes with it. So identify your areas for improvement. Write it down. What are you going to try this week? And try just one thing. That's the easy way, because it takes 21 days for you to change a habit, and then it takes 6 months for a habit to stick. Okay? So let's say that I want to make sure that I drink 8 glasses of water every single day. One easy way to do that is to put 8 water bottles on your counter. And then make sure at the end of the day that all 8 of those bottles are gone. Do that for 21 days and it will become etched in your mind that this is what my body needs. And that's why all those detox things work, is because you get used to things. Well, your body's going to get used to this too. And after a few months, it's going to become a habit, hopefully a healthier habit. And once you've accomplished that one thing, guess what? You get to move on to the second area of improvement. So now maybe it's not that 3 o'clock in the afternoon snack. Maybe it's at lunchtime. You're eating a triple-decker hamburger with fries. Okay, area for improvement? I think there's some. Think about it. All right, give me a call if you need some help.